Are you thinking about making a move to Sacramento? Well, if so, you're going to want to watch this video right here. In fact, this is the first video of the series that I'm going to start, and it's called the Map Series, where we're going to look at Sacramento from a topographic view, check out the map, and kind of give you a general sense of the different neighborhoods and areas in Sacramento, so you can determine what is the best neighborhood for you. And as I tell people, the sooner you determine the neighborhoods, the better and the smoother your search is going to go. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Jacqueline Gage with the GAGE Group right here in Sacramento. And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm a local realtor here, and this is where we give you the full 411 on Sacramento and dive deep into all the neighborhoods. My team and I help people all the time relocate to Sacramento. So if that's you, don't hesitate to reach out, give us a call, text, whatever you prefer. We would love to help you, and we'll help you come up with a game plan so you're not spinning your wheels. We want you to be efficient and make this as smooth as possible. So just pick up the phone. We're here for you. And if you like this video, don't forget, subscribe, like, all those things, comment, tap the bell button to help me get this video out there so I can do more videos for you. All right, so let's jump into it. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to take a look at the map. All right, so right now we're looking at Sacramento, and this is the downtown area. And I'm going to start to the left of it, which is going to be West Sac. So here we have our Sacramento River and our American River up north. And we're obviously a river town. So the Sacramento River separates Sacramento County from Yolo County. So right when you cross the Sacramento River, you're into West Sac. And there's going to be two bridges that take you over into West Sac if you're coming through town. One's going to be the I Street Bridge, and the other one's going to be the Tower Bridge. The Tower Bridge is the iconic Sacramento Bridge. If you've seen any type of memorabilia with Sacramento on it, it's going to be our yellow bridge. So here we are. Here's our I Street Bridge, and here is the Tower Bridge right here. And this is West Sac, and West Sac's huge. I'm going to kind of zoom out so you can see. It's all this and down here. So it's a big area, a lot of different types of housing. The median price point in West Sac is going to be around $550. Right when you come in, if you want more modern living, it's going to be near the riverfront. And that is going to be considered the Bridge District. So right by the bridge, you have modern townhomes, condos, single family homes. A lot of professionals that work downtown will live in the Bridge District. And I always like to say it's like downtown, but without the price tag. So you still have that nice, modern, clean, contemporary living that people like, but you just go over the bridge and it gets a lot more expensive. So it's perfect for someone who's looking for those type of amenities. Then you have Broderick right here, which is one of the older neighborhoods in West Sac, and it has a variety of different housing, a lot of, really old housing here. And you'll see like Craftsman, Ranch. And then once you go down more south to West Sac, you get into Southport, which is one of the oldest neighborhoods in West Sacramento. And the main drag through West Sacramento is going to be the 84, and that's Jefferson Boulevard. So that's an exit right off the freeway. And the farther down you go down Jefferson Boulevard, it turns into farmland and wine country down here. And this will take you into Clarksburg. And we call it the Delta. So a lot of the Delta winds come in, the Delta breeze comes in through West Sac, and it's a little cooler temperature wise than other parts of Sacramento because those Delta breezes, you can really feel them. But if you love wine tasting, you're gonna wanna go down south, check out Clarksburg. You have the old sugar mill. A lot of people go there for fun, to get married or to get married. It can be a great little day and not far away from Sacramento. So We'll go up the river. So this is gonna be the Southport area. All kinds of housing in West Sac, contemporary subdivisions. If you want a larger lot, there's some properties that have quite a bit of land. So any type of home around, like I said, the median price point, 550. Of course, there's things under 550. You can get them in the threes, you know, the high 3s to 4s. Some cool spots to check out is Drake's Barn, which you'll see right here. It's a really cool structure, architecturally speaking, but they offer, you know, food, beverage. They have a ton of beers. It's like a beer garden, outdoor beer garden. You could bring the kids, the dogs, really laid back environment, great for the summer. We have perfect weather. They have music outside at different stages. It's a really cool setup. There's food trucks there. So you can make a great night out of it. Okay, right here, this little green pasture, Sutter Health Park. This is where our AAA baseball team plays. Really fun thing to do in the summertime. We have great weather for it. Check out a game. They even have really cheap seats on the grass if you don't want to spend it a lot. Now, if you go up the Sacramento River, this is, you know, outside of West Sac, but this is the Garden Highway right here. And there, you know, Sacramento has a big boating community. So you'll see a lot of boats all around the Sacramento River here. That, obviously, the American River in the Folsom area. But right here, there's a lot of restaurants on the Garden Highway. And there's a lot of beautiful houses on the Garden Highway too. Riverfront property, if that's something you're interested in. Beautiful houses, really pretty large too. And you're right on the river. Some have docks and, you know, it's premium property. But anyways, there's a lot of great restaurants. Chevy's on the Rivers, a classic, been there forever, great chips. And they have like the Virgin Sturgeon, Scott's Seafood. So it's a good, fun summertime thing to do, to hang out at some of the restaurants on the river. Now let's pop into downtown. So we're going to cross the Sacramento River. And the first thing you're going to see, oh, you know what? I actually forgot to tell you, there is the Riverwalk right here in West Sac, this green area between the two bridges, you know, nice little park area. People walk, bikes, you know, and you can see the Sacramento skyline from the yellow side, and it's really nice. Okay, now coming into downtown, the first thing you're going to see is the old Sacramento waterfront. So right here is old. When people say that they've been to Sacramento, a lot of times they really haven't seen much, but they've been to old Sacramento, which is kind of, you know, if you want to be a little bit of a tourista, it's definitely something you want to check out. It is like Sacramento was back in the day during the gold rush. It's a historical park, really cool. They have like cobblestone streets, a lot of horses, people in costumes, reenactments. We have a couple of different museums, the Railroad Museum that you'll want to check out. So a lot of history there. You have some great place to take the kids. There's a lot of entertainment, bars, memorabilia shops, restaurants. So there's something for everyone. And one of our really great restaurants in Sacramento actually is in Old Sac. It's an old firehouse, and it's called the Firehouse. They have great wine. A lot of people get married there because they have a really nice outdoor patio. So that's a restaurant to check out in Old Sac. And okay, so we're on the riverfront right here. The Delta King in Old Sac is really fun. It's an old river boat. I think that they still have people, you can stay on it overnight. They have a bar there, a restaurant, and you can sit on the boat and, you know, have a nice view of the Sacramento River. All right, so right here, you have Capitol Mall. This takes you right into our downtown Capitol. Obviously, we are the Capitol. This is where all the bills get passed, and you'll see a lot of politicians, state workers. It's really busy from 9 to 5. After 5, downtown becomes pretty quiet, but Capitol Mall has some restaurants, cafes. And then as far as neighborhoods, you have Southside Park in downtown, and you have Alkali Flats. Both you'll see a lot of Victorian homes, which is what we're known for. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing about Old Sac. They have this underground tour, which I actually took not that long ago because Old Sac flooded back in the day and they had to raise the whole city. So everything, they have a whole, a lot of underground things still because it used to be much lower, but they ended up raising it for the floods. But you can take the tour, a lot of cool tidbits and trivia about Sacramento. Really fun. Right here, we have JoCo. This has all been revamped since about 2016. We've had a lot of development downtown. We have the Golden One Center, which is like the nicest venue arena in the US right now, probably. A lot of great concerts there. And we have, they call it JoCo, which is Downtown Commons. So a lot of restaurants have opened up, shopping, you have Macy's, smaller boutiques. It's a fun place, if you're bringing someone to Sacramento or visiting, you want to go to the Downtown Commons, check it out. They have a lot of things going on in the evening. And we also have, when the Golden One Center was built, there was also the nice Kimpton Hotel that was built, and that's in the JoCo area too. They have a nice rooftop bar there people like to check out, it has a pool. They have some really high-end, high-rises, condos within the Kimpton Hotel that you can purchase that are really nice. So downtown, Midtown, and East Sac is all on a grid. So the letters go north to south, you'll see, and the numbers go east to west. So it's really you won't get lost. You just follow the letters and numbers. So we start from 2nd to 16th. Then after 16th turns into Midtown. And we have light rail here. Light rail will take you all the way from downtown to Folsom. So you can get pretty far with it. So now let's move out of downtown. And from 16th to Alhambra, I like to say. That's going to be the Midtown area. And it's divided into different neighborhoods, but it's all considered Midtown. You'll see this says Newton Booth, New Era, but all Midtown. So in Midtown, you have a lot of walkability, a lot of people biking. You have a lot of great classic Sacramento architecture with the Craftsman bungalows, some Tudors, some Victorian, a lot of charm in that area. So that's why, if people like old homes, Midtown might be a place for you. A lot of bungalows with basements and smaller lot sizes, but you get to walk around and you have a lot of amenities right around you. So if you like a little more hustle and bustle and action, especially people when they're coming from the Bay Area, they don't want to be out in suburbia, Midtown might be a perfect spot for you. However, nowadays, like many downtowns and places closer to the core of the city, there's a lot of homeless in these areas, the closer you are to the city. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention, going back to downtown, you have the R Street corridor, which is a great spot when people are in town or if you're visiting. I tell you to check out R Street corridor. So there's a lot of walkability here, restaurants, bars, some shops like West Elm and cute, more little boutique places all along this R Street corridor. So it's definitely a place to check out, has a little more nightlife too. One of my favorite restaurants is over in the R Street corridor. It's called Beast and Bounty, kind of really trendy restaurant, bar, really nice decor. Let's see, this place, Urban Roots, is really good if you like barbecue, but I think the best barbecue in town is in Midtown, Tank House. I've tried them all and I think pretty good at Tank House. So if you're into that, go check it out. All right, another tourist thing to do is Sutter's Fort. It's a historic state park. It kind of depicts pioneer life back in the day. I think I went to a field trip there when I was a child. So it's fun to do if you want to know a little bit more about Sacramento. So we have, probably one of my favorite spots in Midtown is more the Boulevard Park area because it's kind of off the beaten path. You don't have as much direct traffic coming through. Also, like the Marshall New Era over here, I think is really nice. And then you're by Sutter's Landing, which gives you access to the river right here. You can get it through Midtown. You can get it through many places, but right here, if you're in Midtown, you'll want to jump on here. You have the levee all along here. You can walk the jog, go to the river. And then right here, this is the freeway, 80 freeway. This is the dividing line between Midtown and East Sacramento. Okay, so just so you get a gist of pricing in Midtown, right now, the median price, this is in the last 4 months, I ran the comps, is $692. And then you have a high to $1,250,000. And that's not the highest high, that's just within the last 4 months. The low of 350, this is very misleading. That's probably, that like never happens. It's probably a total fixer, like a lot. This is on the lower end from Midtown in the 5s, and this is going to be a total fixer. You'll see a 2-bedroom, 2-bath here, a little over 1,000 square feet, and it says as is, and you can tell the condition of it. So basically, 1,000 square feet fixer is going to be in the 5s, and this is a complete fixer. Now, I'll just show you a couple more pictures so you get the gist. In Midtown, an updated 2-bedroom, say even 1-bath, 1,000 square feet could be as high as $675 to $700. Here, this one, let's look at $650. Sold for $650. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,293 square feet. We'll just take a look so you can get a sense. And this doesn't have a garage. And sometimes, you know, they look more updated when you look at the pictures, but inspections reveal a whole nother can of worms. So that's why you really want to have a great realtor, because especially certain areas in town, you're going to want to do certain inspections, like a sewer inspection, because you could end up buying a home and have thousands of dollars in immediate repairs if you don't have a good agent and a good person negotiating on your behalf. So that's not fully dialed in. That's $650. I sold one earlier in the year, $675, 1,000 square feet, was the highest priced 2-bedroom in Midtown at the time, and had a garage all updated, and nice backyard for $675 for, you know, about 1,000 square feet. So you're looking around $650 to $700. If you want less, then it's going to be a fixer. Or maybe it's a condo, newer with HOAs, but the 5s is about as low as it's going to get in Midtown. Now that gives you an idea of pricing. As far as, you know, who this is right for, Midtown is great for all different types of people. I've sold houses to, you know, a lot of people who are older and they're tired of their suburban house, you know, in suburbia. They want to downsize. They want more walkability, more action. So they want, you know, they want to get a cute little 2-bedroom, 1-bath in Midtown just because they want to change their lifestyle. Or you have someone who just moved to town. They maybe moved from a bigger city and they don't want to be out in suburbia either. They want a little more action. Also, if, you know, if you're younger and you want to go out to bars and the hot spots, Midtown's going to be a place that you're going to gravitate towards. Or, you know, Midtown would be great for a younger person who just moved from a bigger city and they still want, you know, to have action and walkability and not be out in the middle of nowhere. They want to be able to make friends and meet people, ride a bike, all that. If you want, you know, more of a happening spot, it's going to be Midtown. When I go out to a restaurant, it's usually a lot of times in Midtown, sometimes downtown, but downtown gets pretty quiet in the evening. And it's also great for someone who is, you know, loves older homes and loves the charm, has the time and the money to fix them up. If you don't have the time and the money to fix up these older homes, it might not be the right spot for you. Although there are some new builds in all these areas, not subdivisions, but new builds, that might be the home for you. So you just want to also consider your lifestyle and not just price, but, do you have time to fix up, or you want low maintenance? And you want to figure out those things from the beginning because it will save you a lot of time. Some places to check out in Midtown. Okay, you have the farmers market around 20th Street. Let's see here. It's every Saturday. It's become quite big. It's right here in Midtown, like on 21st Street. And it's about 3 blocks. It obviously local food, farmers, we have a lot of fresh produce, but it's become kind of like the entertainment spot. There's music, there's people who do arts and crafts, you can buy things, you can hang out. It's a good place to meet people, bring the dog, bring the whole family. So it offers a lot. And another thing to check out in Midtown is going to be that I like is I love a good hotel bar. I always think they have great cocktails, and this Fort Sutter Hotel is one of our newest hotels. Actually, we just had 2 hotels open up. This one and the Hyatt downtown, which I haven't even been to. There's 2 Hyatts, and the one downtown I hear has a rooftop bar. But the Fort Sutter Hotel is really nice. It was by entrepreneur Randy Paragary, who did a lot of great restaurants in town. He unfortunately has passed, but this just opened recently, and has a great outdoor bar, indoor bar, good food, and it's a good spot for someone to come stay if they want to be in the Midtown area and are looking at places. Other things in Midtown are really cool that you want to check out. Our second Saturday, where businesses are open, art galleries are open, people are out and about. So a lot of life in Midtown, and kind of gives you the culture of Sacramento, and you can kind of get a gist for Sacramento by going to our Midtown and downtown. And even if you don't live in this area, it's a good area to check out and, make a night out of it or a day out of it. And another fun thing to do in Midtown is do second Saturday. It's when all the art galleries are open and a lot of businesses will stay open later. People are out and about. So it kind of gives you a sense of Sacramento and the vibe of Sacramento and the culture. I'd say go to Midtown, downtown, so you can kind of get a sense for our city. And if you want something to do, that's the place. So now we're going to discuss East Sacramento, and it is just to the east of Midtown. And it starts the freeway, or Alhambra is the dividing line between Midtown and East Sacramento. And then it goes all the way east to 65th Street. Now, East Sac's really easy, just as Midtown and downtown, to find your way around because it's on a grid. You have your main thoroughfare streets that are going to be Folsom, J, and H. So when in doubt, just get on one of those streets. And then the houses run in between them on the numbers. So East Sac is one of the highest price per square foot places in Sacramento. So if you can afford it, people love it. It's great for someone who likes the old charm, just like Midtown, except it's not as many craftsmen in Victorian. You'll have a lot of estate-like properties, Tudors, colonial, Spanish colonial. It runs the gamut, but they start as early as like the 20s, 30s, and 40s. And a ton of charm. They have the canopy trees in East Sac. You have the really fluent area, which is called the Fab 40s, which is between Folsom Boulevard and J. And I would say it starts about 38th, which isn't a 40 street, but 38th would be considered one, all the way till about 47th. Now, if you ask me my favorite street in the Fab 40s, it's going to be 45th. And you just have to drive down it to know why. But it's a beautiful street. It's really wide. The properties in a lot of the Fab 40s are estate-like because they're on double lots, especially 45th. And my favorite one when you drive down 45th is going to be the pink one on the corner. You can't miss it. It's a Spanish style. Another trivia fact, if you don't know, Ronald Reagan lived on 45th Street, and the house is actually for sale right now. It's a gorgeous Tudor home, brick, white brick with a circle driveway. So those are some gorgeous streets. And during the holidays, people drive down them because they have all these lights, and especially 4th of July as well. They have a 4th of July parade. So a lot of activity and community in East Sacramento. You also have a lot of great parks. You have McKinley Park here. It's known for the Rose Garden, but it's a huge park. It has tennis courts, basketball courts, anything. You have people jogging, walking around. There's also really beautiful homes around the park. Now, most of the area in East Sac is older, but there are a couple new subdivisions that have happened. And since it's an established area, there wasn't much room to build them. So where did they build them? They built them against the 80 freeway, which I didn't think it would be such a hit, but they actually did a good job. If you like newer and more modern, they have different styles in there, but if you want a newer home and want to be in an established area, this could be a spot for you. In fact, I will show you a property out there, but they have different styles, and they have a really nice clubhouse, pool, workout facility. So a lot of nice amenities. And, if you aren't too close to the freeway, you really don't hear it. And then there's also Sutter Park, which is another new build. And how they were able to build this is because it used to be the old hospital that they tore down, and that's where they got the room to build. So it's right in here. And those homes are all in the millions, really beautiful homes. They sold out instantly. So you could get them when they end up selling them. Yeah, that's how they made the room in Sutter Park. In order to get a new home in one of these old neighborhoods, basically you had to tear down a hospital. And I'm going to show you the median price point right now. I ran this in the last 4 months of sales, is $790. And the high, this is not the high in East Sac, because I'd say the high is a little over 3.5 million. But in the past 4 months, it was 2.3. And the low of 450, this is really an outlier. I'd say the buy into East Sac for like a total fixer is going to be in the 500s. So let's look what the median looks like, so you can just get a sense. So this is going to be a 2-1, just under 1,000 square feet, and it went for $790. And this was, all updated, shows really well, but definitely, that's about 100 grand higher than what this would go for in Midtown. So East Sac is more expensive than Midtown, just to put it in context for you. So it has that old charm. Okay, and then I'm going to show you one of the new builds in East Sac. This is McKinley Village. So you'll see it was built in 2020. And this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,589 square feet. So you get a lot more bang for your buck, and that sold for $790. And let's just look. So perfect for someone who doesn't want to do a lot of upkeep with their home, wants to just, very turnkey, and it's not going to cost you to keep this property up. You have low HOAs in here. And this, you'll see the tennis courts, pool, all that. So really nice amenities, really clean. It's kind of like, you can access it through Midtown, and you can get through via East Sac too. Okay, so as far as some cool spots in East Sac, like restaurants, my favorite is going to be, it's actually on Folsom Boulevard. It's Crew. It's right over here. And if you like sushi, phenomenal sushi, best sushi in town, and a really nice restaurant, but you're going to want to make reservations at least 2 weeks ahead. Another great restaurant that's fairly new is Cannon in East Sacramento. If you're a foodie, this is a good spot to check out. And the restaurant's really pretty too, contemporary design, but they are always changing their menu. If they have the fried chicken on there, get it. It's really good. So as far as pricing, I'd say homes are a little less right over in this area. Definitely, this is where the really fancy houses are. Folsom Boulevard, these are really nice houses right over here too. I mean, there's so many. It just depends what your budget is. And this is River Park right here. So people consider this East Sacramento. I'd say it's like an enclave of East Sacramento, and it's kind of like a pocket you'll see, and it butts right up to the river. And I sell a lot of homes to people in River Park. A lot of people tend to be active who live in River Park. They like to bike or run because you're right next to the river. So it's really easy access. In fact, all these houses right here on Sandburg, they back up to the levee. So it's very convenient if that's the type of lifestyle you like. And River Park doesn't have as much walkability because it is in a pocket and you have only a couple access points to get in, but you're not far from things at all. So it's a little more quiet, but around the same pricing as the other parts in East Sacramento. But everyone's out and about in East Sacramento, a lot of walkability, big sense of community. If you like older homes and want to be close to downtown, this is a good spot for you. So you can consider it. And also you got to be able to afford it. So as I said, the median's about $690, and Sacramento's median, to put in perspective, is around $550. All right, so I think that about sums it up for the neighborhoods today, but definitely I'm going to do more of these map videos, so check them out, and it's going to give you a good general sense of the area. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Like I said, my team and I help people all the time. You want to be in the hands of someone who knows what they're doing, and we can put together a great game plan for you, so reach out. And if you like this video, don't hesitate, just please, if you could, like, subscribe, comment, all the above, because it helps me do more videos and get the videos out. All right, I will see you on another video. Take care.